Mpala Research Center, we have different levels of engagement, some are outreach programs where we get out to them and we work with them. Like for example, this group, we are working with them just to ensure that they are trained, that they have access to markets for their products, that when we have connection with people who want to visit, we bring them here and we try to connect them even with people who can sponsor or fund some of their projects. Then we also look at the education fund. We have an education fund where we take the bright and promising children of this village who some might not be able to afford high school or vocational training, and we pay for them because we know that when we educate that one, they come back to the village, they bring much more value, and they're able to. I know we've spoken before, and I've told you about a full circle, very successful story where one of them went through the same program, was paid for, went all the way, and has even come back to work at Mpala. She's right here within our midst. Come back to work at Mpala, but she didn't stop there. She came back to the community and asked herself, what can I do? And she's gone ahead to even raise funds to be able to come and help the same community, helping women. And much more than that, she's paying for another girl to go to school. So if that girl comes back and pays for another 2 or 3, you can tell how much more, ripple effect that has. So Education Fund has, yes, been one of the very, very successful thing that the organization as Mpala has done. We also have a lot of research projects going on at Mpala, and so for all these projects, we need people to work in there, whether they're drivers, whether they are research assistant, just people supporting research. And most of those people are sourced from this community. We have also seen them grow in it because somebody came in as a driver, was able to start collecting data, has been able to move to a research assistant, is now trying to further their studies. So it's opportunities opening up the village, opening up the people, connecting, because conservation cannot be without the people. So it's just connecting these lovely people who actually took care of Mpala before all of us arrived here to be able to see the value that comes from Mpala, and so that they can extensively, collectively be part of the conservation. So that is just bits and pieces of what we do. But the relationship that we have with them is amazing. Just before they got the clinic here, the other day, I think early 2 months ago, we have been having our clinic across where we have provided medical help and assistance to them, because we also believe in health. Once they're healthy here, they're able to do and fend for their livelihood. So yes, that's part of the support that we've had as Mpala Research Center.
Thank you, Nelly. I know you're talking about one young woman actually interacted. She's called Ferdosa Hassan.
Yes.
You need to watch out for her story. And that is just what education can do to one community. And this brings me to my question, Mheshimiwa. I was earlier interacting with the women from this community, the amazing women from this community, and they hinted that one of their main challenges, one of the main areas they would like to put much of their focus on is empowering their children through education. Yes, and what, as the area representative, what sort of initiatives have you put in place to ensure that the bright girls and boys who come from this region, they are able to excel, they're able to live the full circle of their life and become, important people in this society?
Yeah, thank you. I can tell you for a fact from where I sit, I'm a staunch believer in education. And I believe it's only through education you can change, a people, you can change their destiny. And I'm actually one example of that change, because I also come from this community. And since I was elected in 2017, and even before then, I've partnered with many organizations, and especially the conservancies around, one being Mpala, the other one is just here across Oljogi, we have Loisaba, and so many others, to start a sponsorship program where when our children sit for KCPE, each conservancy takes a number of children, depending on who is their neighbor, and see them through not just high school, but through, where if they are able to go past high school. We've had, actually, we have one of our children, actually a number of them, who have attained degrees in various fields. We have doctors, we have human resource specialists, courtesy of sponsorship. So in my tenure as an MP, I started a special fund to cater for the needs of the needy children. So in our CDF kitty, we have a kitty whereby we have children who are on 100% scholarship. You know, those children who are very promising and from very vulnerable families. And we also have mentorship programs. We have a group of professionals, which I spearhead. I'm their matron, whom we do mentorship, both to our children at the primary level, the secondary, and even at the colleges. And I think for the last 4 years, if you were to check at our performances in high school and primary schools, there is quite a positive deviation, meaning that something is finally happening. So even in this village of Lekiji, I know I have several students on full scholarship from the CDF kitty. Yeah, so we are actually partnering with other organizations to make sure that we enable those families who are not able to educate their children to make sure that they get a decent education.